Namaste, welcome to this episode of the Thursday Thoughts. Today we are discussing of some random thoughts. Yes, the random thoughts that I get generally while traveling in the bus or traveling in the train, just whiling away my afternoon, a lazy afternoon, or going for a walk and thinking about that generally surround us. Have you ever, in the recent past, traveled anywhere in a very busy city lanes, like say Bangalore, Hyderabad, or maybe Delhi, Mumbai, or even the tier two cities of India, that is maybe Coimbatore or Pune, like this. So why I'm asking about this is you would have felt that the traffic is of course going haywire, absolutely berserk, and there is hardly any chance of the traffic police to control it. Do you ever feel that yes, it can be managed in a better way? Why the population is increasing, there is no doubt about it. The traffic is increasing as almost the cities are bursting in their seams as it is known as. So what could be a solution? I was just thinking, you just consider this. All our officers work, say, from 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 or maybe 8 to 10, something like that. Software, hardware, whatever it is, or even the pharma companies. So I'm not very sure, but suppose just consider we have generally a 6 day week or maybe maximum IT sector 5 day week. Suppose we divide that into a 4 day week and a 3 day week. Just my own thinking, you can consider and you can just think about it. And I only hope the policymakers take note of this particular suggestion. I think it was tried in some countries, and with a bit of pre-planning and trying to implement the other infrastructure, things can be better than what it is right now. Like what I was telling is, you have two batches. Suppose you are one X Amitabh Bachchan. So suppose you will be substituted by two Amitabh Bachchans, Amitabh Bachchan 1 and Amitabh Bachchan 2. One decides to work for a 4 day week and two decides to work for a 3 day week. So what happens is, and every day is divided into three shifts. You know that 8 hours each, and 8 plus 8 plus 8, 24. So you can choose even the shift that you want to work for in a 4 day week. So what happens is, all of a sudden you will find that for going to factory, that is 8 o'clock prime time, the bumper to bumper, the traffic of office goers will suddenly be divided into 1/6 of what it is right now. So does it make sense? So you have a 4 day week, you work for 4 days, and Amitabh Bachchan 2 comes and replaces you from, say, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So what you do is, you have a 3 day weekend, 3 day weekend, and or the other Amitabh Bachchan too has got a 4 day weekend. So what are you going to do with your leisure time? You have got plenty of time to pursue your hobbies. You can participate in singing, acting, dramas, writing poems, making skits, all group activities or individual activities. You can pursue your hobbies of going, visiting places, and going for shopping. You have absolutely lot of time for yourself. So you don't think that actually time is so you are so hard pressed for time. There is always running around. As somebody was telling, in our country everybody is busy but nobody is on time. So life should be leisurely. Life should be lived in a leisurely style, at a leisurely pace. So as a result, what would happen is, the traffic, first of all, will be reduced to 1/6 of what it is, at least for the office goers. And there is a lot of time to pursue your hobbies. You can go for shopping. So as a result, the shopping complexes, they will do much better than what they're already doing, because 4 days to shop for or 3 days to shop for, and there can be so many things looking up. Your business will go up in a country, the less of traffic, less hurry burry, And even schools, as you know, the same time, 9 o'clock, everybody, all the schools reopen or open, start for the day. Why can't we stagger it? The same way your office timings also can be staggered. And as many countries like in USA, you have got to stay nearer to your school. You cannot stay at the far end of a city and come to the other end for traveling maybe for 15, 20 kilometers to drop your son or daughter, or so many buses running around. It will be hardly just 2 to 3 kilometers for the children to go or travel to their school. So that can be thought of. Schools generally should be nearer to your place of residence. You cannot choose very high society school because you are affluent. So it should be, again, like talking about, maybe it may look like an impractical suggestion, but why at all the schools have to be privatized? Schools should be run by government. And to me, the child labor that we discuss every time, and we have not done much about it. That's what I feel. I don't know how you feel about it. The children below a certain age should be given education free of cost. In fact, the people, the affluent people, the big business houses, or in fact, everyone. Nowadays, we have become experts in investing in, say, stock market, investing in a particular company. Why don't you invest in human beings? You invest in a child. You have to rear a child. You have to adopt a child. Long back, 30, 40 years ago, when I was a member of the Rotaract Club, which is the Rotary Club's junior branch in our college, it was there, and they were telling each one teach one. We have to, each one of us educated person should teach one uneducated person. I don't know what is the literacy percent today is in the country or of our states. I'm sure they're not as bad as below 50%. That means majority of us are educated, but still we are struggling to increase the percentage of literacy, or literacy percentage, say, make it 100. So 10%, 10%, like that increment we can try. And we should make the big houses, business houses, adopt children who are who are less privileged, and try to adopt them, to educate them. In fact, everything for the children, or 2 children, let us make it like a government policy, like 2 children if you have, and those 2 children should be given free of everything in education, touring to places of tourism, places of knowledge, places of history, or places of science. So everything for a student of 6th class, say from class 2 to class 3 to say 10th class or undergraduate, everything should be free. The government should take charge of that, take note of that. And child labor is absolutely criminal. Let us try to abolish it in one go. No kid in this country should be helping his or her father or mother in her job. So can we not do these simple things to make our lives much better than what it is already? And we have got beautiful roads, but in spite of that, there are some potholes here and there. And come rain, you will have flooding of all the roads, waterlogging. Why can't we have each road having drainage system at both the sides? We are talking about linking the rivers all over the country, and that is going on for the last 70 years or maybe 60 years. The famous Dr. K.L. Rao's proposal that we should link the rivers. Why you need to link the rivers if you can link the roads, but the both sides of the roads you can dig up canals that can be connecting the rivers. So as a result, all the rivers, major rivers, I think, are connected to the broad highways, what we are thinking of, whatever the golden quadrilateral of Atal Bihari Vajpayee's time, or even during Gadkari's time, what all he's doing. Just try to connect the roads. By the side of the roads, have canals that will connect the places. As a result, they will connect the rivers as well. So suppose there is heavy rain in Madhya Pradesh and Mahanadi River floods, it will not flood. It will collect the waters and give it to the places where it is less rain. So like that, water can be distributed equally among places where there is no dearth of water. So, I mean, these are very simple things. I know they are very simplistic in solutions, appearing very simplistic, but I think we can think of implemented a few of these so that at a later date we find maybe 5 to 10 years from now we are living a much better life. The literacy percent is better. The people are more healthy. They are more balanced than in a hurry burry they do everything. Just to reach to office they have to put some 3 hours of efforts on the road. Instead of that, can we just have a relaxed way of working? Our brain will work much better when we are in a relaxed way, and we like indulge in, say, meditating, or in a peaceful way we do our job. We'll do a better job of whatever we have been doing. So this 3 to 4 day week, like 3 day week one section of the people, and 3 day week the other section of the people, lot of time for nurturing your own hobbies, and as a result the business houses will do well, the shopping malls will be looking busier, and at the same time not jam packed that you create a problem of traffic jam. It will never be like that. So if I cannot buy it today on a Monday, I can buy it on a Tuesday. I can wait for another one day and go and do that. And offices all around the country or all around the world should be open 24/7. Man, people are there to man. A country like India where population is so much, you cannot talk about I don't have manpower. I mean, this is a atrocious thinking that I don't have manpower. Any company which talks about I don't have manpower is probably not able to manage their resources properly. If we can think of these employing maximum people for the general good of the country, for the rebuilding of the country or the nation building. Now, also we can think of something like before joining, like engineering colleges, we are nowadays having 4 years course, and immediately after passing out from the colleges they are ready for jobs, but they are not employable. That is what generally is known, and when people talk about it, India's education system is definitely not employable. It is not producing employable students or engineers or doctors. Why not make it like that? Like you have got in chartered accountancy, if I'm not wrong, they have got articleship where they have to undergo training for 3 years, whereas the engineering students or even medical students, they undergo training for 1 year. I would suggest, why don't you go, each and every student, depending on his choice, should either join Army, Navy, Air Force, or join the agriculture. Be a farmer for 2 years or 1 year or 3 years. You can decide on that. But there has to be a gap of before you are employable or before you go to employment, you know what is agriculture, how the country is surviving on agriculture. How do you make better agriculture products? I mean, nowadays, organic farming, so many things are coming. So where are the best brains employed in? You are a excellent student, you do an MBA from an IIM, or after an engineering graduation from IIT, and finally you join a multinational. I mean, you are lost in the rigmarole of daily rat race. Instead of that, are we contributing enough to the country? Are we contributing enough to the humanity? Forget about being country. I'm talking about the whole humanity as a whole. When we can do much better than what we are doing. Let us all sit together. And I think these are all random thoughts, as I have told you earlier. Just some thinking that how do we make our cities or tier 2 cities or towns better living, having better living standards than what they are already having. As Dr. Abdul Kalam has written in his book, let us provide the urban facilities in the rural areas, and I will try to put it reverse. Let us provide the rural facilities in the urban areas, that Pura will become reverse. So we are not getting enough time. Our children hardly have a place to play. They only have a smartphone to play with, not a playground to play with or play on. So like that, I mean, these are all very random thoughts. I'm aware of that, and I don't know whether I'm successful in trying to provoke some sort of thinking in you. Can we not make our cities better living places than what they are becoming. And after some time, probably it will become chaotic, absolutely, when you see the traffic in your cities. So that's all, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. God bless. Till we meet next time. Bye bye.